Hey guys, and welcome to the video. In today's video, we're actually heading over to Capri and we're going to be there for about 24 hours. This is usually an island that people do day trips to if they're staying along the Amalfi Coast, but we decided that we wanted to actually spend one night in Capri so that we can spend more time there and hopefully be there during a time where there's less day tourists. We're still currently in Naples right now. We just packed up our bags, so we need to check out of our hotel and then we're actually going to take the ferry going over to Capri. We bought our ferry ticket online and that was super easy on ferryhopper.com, but I believe we still need to go to the ticket booth and kind of get like a real physical ticket and then possibly pay for the fact that we have like extra luggages with us. So come along with us. We're gonna go walk over to the ferry terminal. Hopefully it's not too hot outside because we got all of our bags to drag. We're now on the ferry to Capri and it was actually perfect because for context, our boat leaves at 8:05 and we got to the dock I think at like 7:30 or something like that. Pretty much people are already lining up to get on the boat. So we were able to line up and then we were waiting in line so we didn't have to like spend too much extra time inside of the ferry terminal. And then another thing is go ahead and just buy your tickets in advance. We did ours on ferryhopper.com and usually a lot of people are like, oh, the ferries are pretty big and you should be good to go. But like probably because it's summer, there are a lot of tourists just like us who are here, and so this ferry actually ended up selling out, so a lot of people had to go to the other ferry companies or like find other ferry times. So yeah, just go ahead and buy your tickets already online.
I would say if you have luggage, do come a little bit early. We actually don't have big luggage, so it's like by our feet, but it's still a little bit cramped because we have two like carry-on rolly bags and then two big like Patagonia duffel bags.
Which we ended up putting the two Patagonias on another seat, so fingers crossed like they don't kick it off. But I mean, worst comes to worst, we'll just like put it on our laps and stack everything. But yeah, that's the only way that we're making it work right now. But yeah, we're gonna be on the ferry and then we'll see you guys in Capri. So we just finally got up here to Capri town from down at Marina Grande. Marina Grande is the main harbor area, and when you get off of the ferry, immediately turn to your right to get a ticket for the Funicular. That's how you get up here. We thought that you could just walk up and tap to pay, but no, you need to get tickets. So immediately to your right, you'll see a sign for a ticket office. Buy your tickets. It was only like less than €5 for the two of us, and then go in line. But there's gonna be a lot of day tourists also that are in line for the Funicular. It goes relatively quick. I think maybe like right now it's like a 15 to maybe 20-minute wait, but actually on the very right there is a lane just for residents and hotel guests. So I went up to the guy and I was like, hey, can I make sure that I can use this lane? I got tickets for the Funicular and then also I have my hotel reservation. He said come on and go ahead. The only other thing that we then had to battle with was like bringing our bags onto the Funicular, and so since we were one of the last to board for this specific train that came up, we pretty much just had to find an empty car that we can put our bags in. And so luckily there was one that we were just able to kind of slip our things through. But maybe a tip is that if you have bags, try and see if you could be in the front so that you can really line up and get your stuff settled. But luckily we were able to make it work. The workers were overall really nice. Of course, they're stressed and really trying to get people through, but they were really nice to us. But now we have this last set of stairs that we need to get up to, and then we're going to hook a left, and then we're going to try and find our hotel. So got to drop off our stuff, and we'll see you guys there. Last time I mentioned that there was a bunch of stairs that we still had to take up from the Funicular. It turns out there was a ramp and I was like, ah, perfect, we're like good to go. Yeah, no, the hotel that we're staying at, it's really, really nice. But just like they say, there's gonna be stairs everywhere in Italy, especially along the Amalfi Coast. So look at the stairs that I had to carry all of our bags up. Kind of funny. That's where we're staying. Had to go down these stairs and then had to go all the way down there because that's the street level. So we made it up to Anacapri. It was pretty easy to find the ticket booth for the bus and then to get onto the bus. And then to get up here, it was a quick like 10-minute ride. Can be pretty packed. Luckily, we were one of the first people, so we were able to get a seat, but prepare to stand if you need to. But yeah, we got dropped off down there actually. And then you just come up, you kind of see this Capri Palace, I think it's called. And then you walk up the steps, and then just over here is where the chairlift is. So this is one of the most popular things to do here in Capri is to come up to Anacapri and then go do a chairlift. So you excited? Let's go. cool. I can't believe I'm finally on this. It's interesting because down there you can hear like the whirring of the gears, and then when you're on here, it's honestly pretty quiet. It's pretty cool. It's a 13-minute ride, so I have time to make some content, but okay, Abby's gonna try and take a picture. Let's hope it turned out well. I'm gonna turn the camera around so you guys can see what I can see. Ugh, this is so insane. These views are crazy, and it's cool. We're like going over people's houses, but yeah, you can see we're actually going to the very top. So yeah, we got some time here. Another thing to note is that as of the time of this recording, it was 14 euros to get a round trip ticket per person. And it doesn't really matter how long you stay up there. I'm not exactly sure what time this opens and what time it closes, but yeah, for reference, it's 10:25. The line wasn't too bad. I've heard that it can get pretty bad because this is super popular. So I'm happy that we didn't have to wait too long to get on it and that we're overall making pretty good time today. So I'll see you guys at the top. Welcome to Monte Solaro. We're now here at the top. Say hi. And it's pretty much a lookout point. And then there is a restaurant here in case you want to rest up, get some food, some drinks. It doesn't look too busy right now, which is nice because like I said, this place can get pretty busy, especially in the peak of summer and then probably later on. I hear that around past 11 is when it gets super busy because a lot of the day trippers end up coming. So yeah, that's just one thing to know. If you can get up here as soon as you can, that's probably the best bet so that you can avoid all of the crowds. We've only spent about half an hour up here and we didn't really want to go to the restaurant. We pretty much just came up here, took a few pictures, and they actually also have a gift shop, but nothing too crazy. There's also toilets here, but just take note that you do have to pay. Similar with a lot of toilets around Europe in general, but I feel like usually we've seen that if you're paying for like an attraction, then you can use the toilet for free. But not the case here. There was still like a token or a coin system, so take note of that. But I think we're gonna head back down now. We're gonna go back down to Anacapri and then we're gonna go find some lunch. It's pretty much 11 a.m. now. We didn't really have breakfast because we were go from checking out from the hotel to getting to the ferry, and so we just had some snacks. But besides that, we're hungry. We gotta go get some lunch. We'll see you guys back down there.
And we'll use the bathroom there.
To lunch. We're at this pizza place called Aumm, and I think you found this, right? I can't remember. Yeah, I can't remember. One of us found it, and we pretty much got here right when they opened, which was 11:30, and it has a lot of really good reviews online. Did I say this already? They're known for their pizza. So we're here, we're waiting for our pizzas. We ordered the Aumm and a pesto, so 2 pizzas, and that's pretty much all we ordered. I also got a Hugo Spritz, and then we also just got sparkling and still water. So it's nice to be able to sit down, be able to use the bathrooms. There's no one else here right now, so we practically have this whole restaurant to ourselves right now. But I can imagine that it would get pretty busy later, like at actual lunch times or like dinner times and things like that. So yeah, they have a pretty nice outdoor seating area, and it's pretty large also. So come here to Aumm. Let's see how the food is. I'll check back in after the food gets here.
I'm so hungry.
Same. Oh my god. Just got the pizzas. They look so good. This is the pesto, and then this is the Aumm. I think it's like eggplant, sausage, tomato, and then this one is just cheese, pesto sauce, tomato, basil. I'm excited. Just finished up lunch at Aumm, and those pizzas were so good.
My favorite. So
I think, yeah, it's pretty much, I think, our favorite pizza that we've had this whole trip. We'd go back, but it's up here in Anacapri, so it's not even the most convenient to go to, even if you come to the Island of Capri. But if you're ever up here, for sure go. On our way to the restaurant, we actually ended up walking by a whole bunch of shops here in Anacapri. So now that we're on our way back, we want to walk through them and then maybe go shopping a little and then see if there's any other souvenirs or anything that we can go buy for ourselves. So come along with us. it took us about like what 30 or so minutes to get a bus to come down here. And one of them actually ended up passing by us because it was completely full, but luckily right behind it they had a completely empty one, so we were lucky and we were able to get a seat. But like there's only probably like 10 seats, but they fit like 30 to 40 people on there. So that's one thing to note, is that you're gonna have to wait in line to be able to get on the bus to come back down. So if you can, do your Anacapri stuff earlier in the day so you could just come back, and then yeah, it's not as stressful, because even if you need to go down to Marina Grande, you could just take the Funicular. You don't have to take the bus or a taxi. There are actually also taxis up there that could take you down here. I don't know how much it is, but that's definitely also an option. But and they're cute. Yeah, they're like these. Yeah.
Like convertibles or like covered?
I'll insert a clip. I think I was able to get one, but then there's some over here too. But yeah, we're pretty much now in Capri. We want to go around. We pretty much just want to shop around, look around. Nothing huge planned. We do have dinner reservations, but that's not until 7:30, and it's only, oh, and drinks, yeah. Not until 7:30, it's only 2:16 right now, so we have a few hours to just walk around. So come with us around Capri Town. We have been talking about getting something like, I don't know, like an icy
Smoothie.
yeah, something like frozen, and finally we've been able to get some. Now that we're back here in Capri, I got lemon strawberry, Abby got strawberry mango. Cheers.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's so good. This is our hotel here in Capri. It's so cute. Look at the floors. Love the pattern. The bed is nice. And then we honestly have so much space in here. Like we have this desk, and what is that? Just like a little cabinet for the desk. Oh, little storage, okay. We got luggage over here, more luggage over here. So for reference, these two bags I had to bring up, and then I had to go back down and bring these two bags up those 4 flights upstairs. And then huge cabinet. And honestly, the ceilings are really high too. And then let's go check out the bathroom. Ooh, wow. So here we got rain shower, interesting flush mechanism, bidet per usual. And then all of our amenities. Got a bunch of stuff in here. So fun stuff. I guess we have a porch. We have a porch? Oh, we have a little balcony. Oh, that's cute.
There's another view too. I wonder what that is.
It actually overlooks the walkway below. And then from here, overall decent views. Rooftops mainly. And other people's windows. But yeah, even on this side, it looks over the walkway. We were walking around, and then since we're already kind of in the area, we decided might as well come to our hotel because we knew that it should be ready by now. So yeah, we are here. We're staying at Guest House La Piazzetta, and I believe I booked this through booking.com. And one thing that I feel like I've seen people say on Reddit, and I don't know if it's particular about here too, is that if you book something on booking.com, you still need to make sure that you get a confirmation from the hotel itself. So just because you booked it on booking.com doesn't necessarily mean that you're like good to go. So I did message La Piazzetta online and just made sure that they got my reservation, and they were able to reply back I think about a month ago, so I knew that everything was good, and they replied and said, yep, your reservation is confirmed, you're good to go. So yeah, it's a relatively smaller place, I would say. It's just like off one of the side streets, but like pretty well centrally located, I would say. The person at the front desk when we dropped our bags off earlier, she was super nice. And the reason I still say it's like relatively smaller is because they had all of the reservations just like handwritten inside of a booklet, and I was able to see my name there and see which room that we were in. But the room in itself honestly has a lot of space, and Abby was commenting that she thinks that this might have been recently renovated because everything looks really nice and really clean. Air conditioning's working, and that feels good. The only thing, like I mentioned earlier, is that it is up 4 flights of stairs and they don't have an elevator. So if you need any accessibility, that's one thing that they don't have. And then yeah, just another note for depending on what types of bags and how big of bags you decide to bring, you're gonna have to carry them up. But yeah, we're gonna freshen up while we're here, use the bathroom because otherwise we'd have to pay in the public somewhere. So we're gonna be here for a bit, and then we'll see you guys back outside. last that I checked in with you guys, we were shopping here in Capri, and let's just say that we did enough that we will probably need to do some tax refunds when we get to the airport. It is now 5:22. We actually have reservations at Capri Rooftop at 5:30. It's a restaurant and pretty much a bar that has really nice views, southern part of the island, so we need to head over there. It's not too far of a walk. We were at the hotel and we changed really quick, but yeah, we'll see you guys when we get there. How's your drink? You got the mango non-alcoholic. It's also nice because they gave us like, what are these? Corn nuts, chips, and then peanuts. So just something to nibble on while we're drinking our drinks. The vibes. We got a reservation, but honestly, you might not need it because you can see there's like a whole bunch of like empty tables, but maybe because we got a reservation, we were able to get one of the seats like along the window, which is nice because you're pretty much paying for the view. I will say that cocktails are definitely more on the expensive side, probably some of the most expensive cocktails I've had like in the world, but you're definitely paying for the views. So vibes are definitely here. I'd be down to come here again. Just be prepared to pay more for the cocktails. So one thing that you'd notice about the view over here is that there's a whole bunch of yachts, and I was like, oh yeah, that's cool, you know, there's a whole bunch of yachts, but there's like one in particular in the middle that is like really, really big. And at first I was like, oh dang, that like super yacht has like a mini boat, mini yacht next to it. I don't know, in case like the people who own it want to get closer to shore or something like that. But then literally a helicopter just landed on it, and this is literally next level richness that I cannot comprehend. I'm gonna include a video here because this is crazy. Just finished up at Capri Rooftop, and like we were mentioning, you're definitely paying for the view and the vibes, which are definitely there, and I think I would go again.
Yes.
We only got those single drinks each, and it was mainly as like drinks before dinner. We are on our way now to go walk to dinner. Our reservation's at 7. It is now 6:30, so we gotta walk back up, head up to the plaza, and we'll see y'all at dinner. We're at Pulalli for dinner tonight, and it's actually inside the clock tower here in the plaza of Capri. So that's why every now and then it starts going off, and it actually kind of scares me each time that it does. Honestly, it's a vibe up here. We had to go up some more steps, which was fine. There's no elevator, I don't think, so also keep that in mind if you come up here. But their menu is relatively simple. There's something that I'm sure that you can find, especially if you're not a picky eater, so it'll be something good. And then yeah, let me show you the view because we got a table right next to the edge. This is our view. Everyone down there in the plaza. We got a caprese salad, and if anyone else is coming on a baby moon and worried about like cheeses and stuff like that, you could just ask to make sure that the cheese is pasteurized, which this is. So yeah. I also just got some wine. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but he said it's local from this region. It tastes really good. He let me try it first. This wine's gonna go really well. I got a glass, and then we're gonna start on our appetizer, and then our pasta will come right after. Our food just came, and this is amazing. Like the way that they presented the food, and then even just like the plates is so nice. So I got the like octopus genovese, I think, and it comes with this. I'll put the name of the special type of candle pasta that they have here. So that's why we ended up getting salad, because he's like, oh, it's gonna take about 15 to 20 minutes to make, so maybe you need some sort of appetizer. And then you got the
Neapolitan. It looked like
variety
velocity, but I don't think it's that.
Some Neapolitan, we'll put the name, but it comes with like clams and just a bunch of little crumblies and things like that to add texture. And Abby and I this whole time have been saying like, oh, we want to get like some sort of seafood, and we haven't had that yet on this trip, so this is like the perfect time. I mean, we're on an island, we're on the Mediterranean, island vibes, and now we got our seafood, so let's try it. Oh my god, this looks so good. finished up with dinner. That was very, very good. And we now are getting gelato at, what is this place called? Buoncore? Something like that. But we're here getting gelato. I think it's one of the best rated gelato places here on the island of Capri. So yeah, usually when there's day trippers, this line is like super, super long. But right now we're like less than 10 people away from the front. So yeah, gonna get some gelato just like we have every other night. Let's see how it does and how it compares to the other ones. And we'll see you when we get our gelato. Take a bite. So we got like Hallelujah and pistachio. He said Hallelujah is chocolate hazelnut with chocolate pieces, and then pistachio is pistachio. We got a cone and it's fresh. It's still warm. I'm actually pretty excited to bite into this. We decided to walk around a little bit more after getting dessert. And how would you rate that dessert?
Probably one of the best gelatos that we've had this entire trip.
Yeah, the chocolate one, very good. You could taste the hazelnut. And then the pistachio.
You could taste the hazelnut. I literally was eating a hazelnut.
Oh, yeah, you can kind of taste like the hazelnut in it. But we just decided to come around and we found ourselves at this little open area with a fountain. Oh, you're right, there's fish. So since our dinner spot was like overlooking the plaza or the piazza, one thing that we noticed is that like everyone else who's around here and out for dinner is dressed up really well.
Dressed up so nicely.
Like they clean up really, really well. It's like no matter what the age is around our age, younger, older especially, they like put on their best clothes and like have all their designer things on. And we feel like there might be a wedding here or something because we saw one of the luggage cars come around with like a whole bunch of flowers and then a whole bunch of people dressed in like white. And I don't know if it was just like a group of people who had coordinated dinner outfits or something like that.
It was a very large group of people.
But it was a very large group of people. But like, yeah, people are dressed so well here. And we honestly almost feel underdressed. And just being in this whole area and having that many people dressed so nicely for like dinner and for the evening, it almost felt like we accidentally walked into someone's like wedding reception and we're not supposed to be there.
Yeah.
It's like kind of crazy how well people dress up here for dinner. So maybe that's one tip. If you want to fit in and you're here for the night and you're gonna have dinner around the piazza in Capri, then have some nice clothes and be ready to dress up because people are looking nice, real nice.
I think we look okay.
I think so too. I think we clean up pretty well, but people definitely dressed up really well here.
Yeah, I could have steamed my dress, not gonna lie.
We're honestly also thinking that maybe some of these people were on those like really big yachts that we saw earlier when we were at the rooftop bar, and maybe they like came to shore and then they're here for like dinner. I don't know, could be. And we're among billionaires probably. I don't know.
It's fun to make a narrative.
It's fun to make a narrative, but people are still dressed really nicely here. That's the one thing we know for sure. We don't really have much else to do. We're probably just gonna walk around and slowly make our way back to our hotel. So if anything, we'll catch you guys back at our hotel.
Bye.
We are back now here at the hotel and it's just 9 o'clock. There's still a bunch of people out and about, and it's probably especially because it's a Friday night tonight. We just came back because we're pretty tired. We've had a pretty long day. And then tomorrow morning we have a ferry to catch at around, I think 9:15 a.m. We're gonna be heading to Positano after this. So I'm not gonna end the vlog just yet. We're gonna end it for tonight, but I will see you guys in the morning. Good morning from Capri. We have a ferry to catch later this morning, but we're not heading out just yet. We didn't realize actually, but this hotel provides breakfast and it starts at 8 a.m. It's currently 8:05 right now, so come along with us. We're gonna go get some breakfast at the rooftop. What else do we got in here? Got little breads. Yum. And then got a mini Nutella and various jams. But we also, our main thing is pistachio croissants. Cheers! guys. The view up here is very nice up here in Capri. So let me show you guys. We just finished up breakfast and Abby and I were talking about how we really like this place overall. The only caveat being the 4 flights upstairs, but I feel like that's going to be relatively normal with a lot of places here in Capri. Just as a reminder, we are here at Guest House La Piazzetta and I booked it through booking.com. And yeah, we honestly would stay here again. It's a really, really nice place and breakfast was a nice touch. They had a really nice view from upstairs as you guys saw, and everyone has been super hospitable, so we definitely recommend staying here. And it's not too far from the main piazza, so yeah, definitely stay here if you guys have a chance. This pretty much ends this video. Let me know down below if you guys have any questions at all about staying in Capri or places to go around Capri, and then maybe there's other things in this video hopefully that you can add to your list when you come here and visit Capri. If you haven't seen my previous videos already, go watch those. We were in Rome and we were also in Naples where we visited Pompeii as well. In our upcoming video, we're gonna actually head to Positano right after this. We're super excited for that, so stay tuned for that. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video.